Late-night dash cam footage shows a bike suddenly appearing on Highway 78 West before the turnpike in Russia. Two men are then seen manning a random roadblock in the middle of the highway.
What's going on? Can I help you with something?
The footage raises questions about the purpose and origin of the mysterious roadblock. In an audacious act of violence, an attempted kidnapping unfolds on a busy street in Russia. Two men leap from their car and rush to the vehicle in front, trying to force their way inside. The targeted driver manages to escape by speeding away, prompting the would-be kidnappers to retreat to their own vehicle and give chase. A group of Russian mafia members blocks a highway, preparing for a robbery. The robbers, armed, approach the stopped vehicles. The mafia members demand valuables and cash from the drivers in a brazen daylight robbery. A road rage incident occurred in Russia, involving two drivers. The situation escalated as one driver, feeling agitated, exited his vehicle and retrieved an axe. The driver attempted to throw the axe at the other vehicle, but the other driver backed away, before eventually getting back in his car and driving away. Bandits set up illegal checkpoints on highways in Chelyabinsk, Russia.
729.
Ты, блин, еще подъел мне раз, я не знаю, как ты прорывался, блин. Ближняк 5 бригад работает конкретно. Так, смотри.
Drivers are stopped and demanded to hand over cash in exchange for passage.
Меня Олег зовут, пишу ЧТЗ, блядь. Блядь, как? Читызовский, я понял? Олег Читызовский, блядь.
Motorists are left with no choice but to pay the bandits to continue their journey.
Кто у нас за городом смотрит, за читызовские пацаны, вот пусть твой шеф поинтересуется, Олег Читызовский, вот работает на трассе, и пусть поинтересуется, блядь.
Police were dispatched to investigate unusual activity reported on a bridge. When the two officers arrived, they noticed a figure, or perhaps something unidentifiable perched on the railings.
Hello?
Hi.
Are you okay? Hello?
Do you need help?
Babe,
What the hell?
what is it doing?
I don't know. Hey!
Are you alright? Hello?
Strangely, their flashlights scanned the area but never focused on the object itself. From their anxious tones, it was evident that something about the situation deeply unsettled them.
Oh,
She
Babe.
needs help.
oh my God.
Is that a woman?
I don't know what the fuck it is. Look at me shake. Hello?
Hey!
Are you okay?
Do you need help?
Babe, that thing don't have a face.
Are you alright?
What is that?
I don't.
In March 2023, what would have been a mass shooting was averted by a police officer. A man in a devil's mask attempted to enter the strip club with a gun, but the alert officer prevented him, and with the help of others, the officer subdued the man. This security guard decided to record his paranormal experience. He heard a woman's voice. When he went to check out, he found something more than a voice.
Oh, no. Hello?
While he was looking for the source of the voice, something appeared to be charging up the stairs, and that was his cue to flee.
Oh my god. What the? What the? Bro. Bro. No.
An absolutely terrified security guard working in a football stadium quit after this, and frankly, who can blame him?
Para que después me crea la gente, porque esto nunca me pasó y nada, lo quería grabar.
He heard noise from below and went down the stairs to check it out. There, he saw a door opening and slamming shut by itself. Upon entering through the door, he saw this, a ghostly specter disappearing into the wall.
¿Qué sé yo? Estoy podrido, la concha de la lora. Digo, en linterna, no sé para qué quiero darle. Dios. Puta que te parió. La puta que te parió. Ya es la tercera vez. Tercera vez. Tercera vez que entro y no hay nada. Dios, me quiero ir. Me quiero ir.
Picture yourself driving, only to glance in your rearview mirror and spot someone who wasn't there before. This was an eerie situation 2 officers were called to investigate. What they discovered left them utterly stunned. From the backseat of a red car emerged a junkie, appearing as a frail old woman. The sight was so unsettling that one of the officers instinctively prepared to spray her, shocked by the bizarre encounter.
Hindu nari. Kalau gue hane. Rota kata men, gue suruh man. Hindu ngoli. Kasas.
In 2010, a security guard in a closed school in London witnessed a confusing sight. As he patrolled the classes, he saw part of the curtain raised as though someone was behind it, but when he got to it, he found the place empty. While patrolling the quiet, empty mall, the guard assumes he's alone, but during his routine rounds, he catches sight of something deeply unsettling, a puppet-like figure eerily gliding up the escalator. A chill runs through him, and he knows he must intervene.
Olha aí, eu não disse, ó, olha ela ali. Já é a segunda vez essa semana, ó. Eu tive que filmar para mostrar que ninguém acredita em mim. Meu Deus do céu.
Determined, he rushes toward the strange figure, but just as he reaches it, it vanishes without a trace. Moments later, the figure reappears near the exit, as though it had teleported. Frozen in disbelief, the guard struggles to process the impossibility of what he just witnessed, watching as the eerie figure fades into the shadows.
Ai, meu Jesus! Ai, meu Deus!
In this unbelievable footage, police initiated a pursuit of the white sedan, but something crazy happened.
We've seen how strange things can get at night. Well, things are about to get a whole lot stranger. This mysterious driver tricks cops into thinking he's about to pull over, then all hell breaks loose. The officers watching this tape get only a quick glimpse of the man behind the wheel. It's the last look they'll get.
The cops attempted a pit stop, but instead of stopping, the vehicle vanished from sight. Moments later, the vehicle spotted in front, speeding into the distance, swerving from left to right, and all they could see is the vanishing taillights.
For a moment, it appears as if the driver and his car have disappeared into thin air. But in the blink of an eye, the driver comes into view again. This time, he tries to outrun the police rather than just vanish. His moves are still baffling to the police as he swerves all over the road, driving like a man possessed. And just when he's really thrown the cops for a loop, he gets back on a straightaway, showing off a seemingly supernatural speed.
Vehicle is still approaching on 16.
In just a moment, he's going to make a turn into the Twilight Zone. Watch.
This clip has been described by some as one of the best police pursuits of all time. A biker who didn't want to collaborate with the police took off with his girlfriend on the bike.
Some have hailed it as the best police chase footage of all time. What you're about to see was not a staged Hollywood chase. It was a real-life pursuit through the narrow corridors of Brazil. Here comes the big jump. His girlfriend goes into the air like a rocket, but the landing is super smooth. This police officer is so close, but the biker gets away again.
The biker leads the officer on for quite some time. Since the officer didn't want to give up, the biker attempted to lose him in the alleyway, but that didn't go as planned.
At this point, he realizes his need to do something drastic to shake this cop. If he can't lose him on the streets, maybe he can ditch him in the neighborhoods. It almost works. If our biker hits that turn.
On September 12, 2024, in Little Rock, Arkansas, a motorcyclist led Arkansas State Police on a high-speed chase. The pursuit began with the biker accelerating at incredible speed, effortlessly outpacing law enforcement. The rider's agility and control allowed them to weave through traffic and execute daring maneuvers, leaving officers struggling to keep up. Arkansas police discovered firearms and Molotov cocktails inside a stolen U-Haul van following a dangerous high-speed chase on February 7th.
No, not yet.
Dashcam footage shows a police car overturning multiple times after executing a tactical vehicle maneuver to stop the van. The officer involved was treated for minor injuries at a local hospital and later released. Authorities are continuing their investigation into the incident and potential charges against the suspect. Dashcam footage captures a deadly high-speed chase in Brunswick. A Camden County deputy pursued a motorcyclist speeding over 100 miles per hour on I-95, weaving through rush-hour traffic and using the emergency lane. The 6-minute chase ended tragically when the motorcyclist crashed into a car and passed.
And the motorcycle to dispatch. He also rattles off a possible license plate number.
Just crossed into Glenn County.
At about 2 minutes in, the pursuit continues into a different jurisdiction, going in and out of rush hour traffic on the highway, and at times, into the emergency lane.
All right, Kim, he's getting off exit 36 on 341, speeds of 135.
After going into Brunswick, the roughly 6.5-minute pursuit ends with the motorcyclist crashing into a car at an intersection where he dies. First Coast News crime and safety expert Mark Bachman says there was no reason to put any drivers at risk.
The policies are in place, they just have to be adhered to.
On July 5th, 2023, on the I-95 exit 57 off-ramp in Wakefield, a motorcyclist attempted to run over a Massachusetts state trooper after being approached for erratic driving. The trooper had ordered the rider to turn off the bike and dismount, but the motorcyclist refused, even restarting the engine after it was shut off. As the trooper stood in front of the bike, the rider accelerated forward, forcing the trooper to disengage and narrowly avoid being hit by a passing pickup truck.
Did he crash or all set?
Negative, stop to the red light. I'm out of the vehicle now.
I'll make the flip at 129, that's you. Station IQ, advise 15 Alpha, I'm going to be late for roll call for the fireworks.
That's right, so what's the 600?
A Eugene man was awarded $180,000 after claiming an Oregon State police officer kicked him in the head during a high-speed chase. The man was apprehended after evading police on his motorcycle. Dashcam video shows the officer forcing him into submission. A suspect was apprehended after leading authorities on a high-speed motorcycle chase through the San Fernando Valley. The pursuit began when police attempted to pull over the rider for a traffic violation but quickly escalated as the motorcyclist raced through residential streets and busy intersections.
Very, very fast, trying to lose the CHP, doing a pretty good job, but here comes another CHP motor unit who's made the turn with him, and he's going to have a much better shot at keeping up with him. I have a feeling that might have been happenstance that CHP Chippy happened to be in the right.
Despite the suspect's efforts to evade capture, law enforcement officers used coordinated tactics to bring the chase to an end. The rider was eventually stopped and taken into custody without further incident. Authorities are now investigating the motives behind the chase and potential charges.
Time going to take him down here. You saw that motor unit coming around him, trying to push him over or maybe just pull him, but he slowed down for the intersection, and now LAPD, I think, assisting with this takedown as they bring down this motorcyclist who was wanted for riding that motorcycle without any plate.
You'd wonder why the entire police force chased the white car. It's quite simple. The driver shot at someone in a road rage incident a few kilometers back and got the whole police force on his tail. A carjacking attempt in Russia quickly turned sour for the thief. The car's owner, upon noticing the theft, confronted and began physically assaulting the carjacker. Several bystanders joined in, but eventually the crowd dispersed, leaving the thief battered and the car owner driving away.
Иди, ходи.
A daring ATM robbery occurred in Volgograd, Russia, as thieves wearing masks stormed into a store. The masked individuals held customers and staff hostage, then attempted to cut open the ATM using specialized equipment. Successfully accessing the cash, the thieves fled the scene in their getaway vehicle. A police officer approached a vehicle suspected of carjacking and attempted to open the door. However, the suspect suddenly accelerated, speeding away and colliding with nearby vehicles in the process. The suspect managed to evade capture and escape the scene. A drunk person attempted to rob a store, armed with a toy gun and mask. The intoxicated individual's acrobatic attempt failed, resulting in him getting stuck mid-heist, clearly not knowing what he was doing. This video shows an insane high-speed chase between an officer and the robbery suspect.
We're still eastbound, but we were crossing green 778 in the wrong lane. Get back. Safety, did you have traffic? Speed 104, traffic light. Still eastbound, passing 703.
The suspect in the sedan proved to be a skillful driver, as he waved through oncoming traffic with obvious ease.
Going into oncoming traffic, I'm going to end it as soon as I can. So that's you too. Okay, I have the box. I got everything back up. Really going backwards for getting limit.
This police officer almost had a fatal accident when he pulled over a sedan. As he talked with the driver through the window, this happened. A drifting BMW veered off course and came straight at the car. The officer only narrowly missed being hit.
.911 Bravo, Start Me Rescue, Start Me Units, accident, right here at County Parkway, south after Braddock. My cruiser was hit, driver was hit.
On October 16, 2022, Brookhaven police officers observed a stolen black Dodge Durango at a Chevron gas station in Atlanta, Georgia. Police blocked the stolen car, but the suspect accelerated and tried to elude police officers.
On October 16, 2022, Brookhaven police officer observed a stolen black Dodge Durango at a Chevron gas station in Atlanta, Georgia.
A K-9 officer was dispatched to provide backup for police officers and assist with arrest. He was charged with attempting to elude a police officer, theft by receiving stolen property, and aggravated assault.
Blocked the stolen car, but suspect accelerated and tried to elude a police officers.
A deputy in Fond du Lac County, Wisconsin, attempted to stop a vehicle driving at 99 miles per hour. The vehicle went on to lead the police on a high-speed chase before crashing into a field. A K-9 is deployed to locate the suspect, who fled on foot.
Come out now, man! I'm gonna send my dog! Get out now! Get out! Walk out now! I'm gonna send my dog on you if you don't get up and walk out right now! Stand up and walk out right now! Walk out! Walk out with your hands up right now!
On August 4th, 2022, two men stole a Pennsylvania State Police vehicle after being pulled over for traffic violations. They led authorities on a chase through Middlesex and Silver Spring townships before both fled on foot. Brady Bixler captured footage of part of the chase, showing one suspect already fleeing while the other remained inside the stolen vehicle. An airman stationed at Tinker Air Force Base fled from a routine traffic stop in Oklahoma, sparking a police pursuit. Despite efforts to evade capture, the suspect was eventually apprehended. The incident was under investigation, and the airman faced charges for attempting to escape. Tinker Air Force Base officials are cooperating with local authorities.
Right 330 Ardmore, I got two motorcycles northbound 120 miles an hour. From the 24 direction, they're at 153 miles an hour. They're weaving in and out of traffic. Yeah, they're northbound at the 27 right now. Pull over! Pull over! Pull over! Ardmore, I got one stop here at the 31. Kill people out here! You just would have just got a ticket! Then you almost kill yourself! So far, so good. Thank you so much. These guys decided they wanted to run from me. Yeah, that's why we have problems with motors.
35-year-old Rico McMillan passed by the police and made the mistake of not stopping his motorcycle after deputies tried to pull him over.
1 Turner Hodges. Florida 1906 RE on a black motorcycle. If you can advise if it comes back anything. I believe he's trying to take off.
A chase ensued with McMillan easily topping speeds of 130 miles per hour. A motorcyclist led authorities on a high-speed chase across Los Angeles County Wednesday night, evading officers by weaving through freeways and surface streets.
Just be, failure to yield. Maybe there's something else going on here that makes them really work this hard to try to get this guy, because it would be very easy for him to lose them, and so far he's not.
Yeah, you're so right about that, Mark. There's so many factors that come into play on the part of the watch commander, who makes the decision ultimately whether to go for the pursuit, whether to back off and cancel the pursuit, whether to put it into tracking mode, and then once they do get behind him, whether it's a car or a motorcycle.
The pursuit began after a traffic stop attempt, with the rider reaching dangerous speeds and driving recklessly. After a lengthy chase, the suspect eventually pulled over and surrendered in Anaheim without further incident.
We're on ABC 7, but we are back on ABC7.com. Looks like he's slowing down.
Quite all right. Yeah, looks that way. Looks like he is running out of steam here, and now coming to a crawl, going over to the shoulder, and it looks like he's ready to give it up. So often with these motorcycles is right at Lincoln Avenue in Anaheim, and I was just about to say, so often this is going to probably turn out to be, aside from a high-speed attempted getaway, it really turns into a joyride, a game of...
This body camera footage shows officers responding to a disturbance call involving a woman refusing to leave a bar. The video captures the tense and chaotic moments as police attempt to remove the uncooperative individual.
Because you touched me! Because you touched me!
Under arrest.
Oh, I'm under arrest! I got it.
The woman fiercely resists, shouting, swearing, and making strange remarks throughout the arrest. Despite the officer's attempts to de-escalate the situation, her behavior keeps the scene highly volatile.
On January 9th, 2023, police responded to a bar where a woman was causing a disturbance and refused to leave.
Let go of the car. You're under arrest. Stop resisting.
Oh my God! I am killed! Did I not f***ing I'm going to home! This f***ing crowd and everything on this f***ing street! You bastard! This work! Not my
This way!
Do your work! Because I'm the worst!
Stand up.
Because I'm going to hell every thing. I'm going to tell you. I swear to God, on my life, may God strike me down from here. I'm alone the entire country when this shit is
Baby.
You better be listen to me. And you bitches better know that I have everything in the front and the motherfucking building. Oh, and if you don't come me right now, I'll show you. This little gold spot is a motherfucking little.
You're okay. Baby, listen to me.
I'm alone.
Listen, you're strong.
What started as a routine call soon spiraled into a bewildering and disturbing ordeal.
Courtney.
What? Days ago.
2 days ago?
It doesn't matter. What the fuck does matter? You're ready.
Officers were responding to a domestic abuse report involving a woman named Courtney, who was dressed in pink and known for her history of unsettling behavior. Upon arrival, they discovered Courtney acting erratically, her behavior both alarming and perplexing.
Okay.
No matter what the they say.
He's saying that you assaulted him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks.
Do you have?
I'm not even ready.
Do you have any other family or anything? No.
What happened next left the officers, and anyone watching the footage, completely stunned.
Not leaving my stuff.
Put the bag on the ground.
Not leaving my stuff.
I didn't
you
say
can't make me leave my stuff.
I'm not gonna make you leave it.
Yeah, you are. You fucking me too.
Courtney.
You're fucking me too.
Don't.
Get away
Put
from
it down.
me. Somebody get somebody here. Cunt.
Put your bag on the ground.
You ain't making me leave my stuff. Yeah, you
Put your bag on the ground.
Why? So I can leave it. You're gonna make me lose my Make me lose more of my stuff.
Put your bag on the ground.
You're gonna make me lose more of my
6-4-11.
You're gonna f me too, huh?
Put
your bag on the ground. Give me your hands.
15-19, I can be in Brownsville.
No.
8-9, show you in route 2017.
You didn't see me too. Get me.
A heart-pounding chase ended rather abruptly when the authorities who were chasing the suspect did this. Police effectively deployed spike traps to end the pursuit.
There to go. There to go. Got his ass. Stupid motherfucker. Got his dumb ass. Got his dumb ass. Got his dumb ass.
In this dramatic police chase, a K-9 ended up attacking another cop. One cop rear-ended another cop. Somehow, police drove sideways into oncoming traffic, and even after all that, they still managed to attack a man after he surrendered. A routine traffic stop turned into a life-and-death situation when this happened.
It's no big deal. I mean, I'm not.
You gonna take me from a license to marijuana,
listen,
bro?
Listen,
Come on,
listen. Do me a favor. Do me a favor. Do me a favor. I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you right now.
The police officer, while attempting to communicate with the driver, got the shock of his life when the driver suddenly stepped on the gas, dragging the police officer as he hung on the window for his life.
Stop! Stop! Put it in park! Put it in park! Put your hands up! Put your hands up! Put your freaking hands up! Thibodeau, you're just trying to take off with me. Step them up now! Sir, I'm telling you! Put your hands up! Put your hands up! Put your hands up! I swear to God! Put your hands up! You put it in park! Sir!
This high-speed chase was captured on police dash cam and another camera, but the chase didn't end quite well.
Going ahead and start EMS.
The cop car pitted the suspect, causing the suspect's car to flip over, but somehow, the cop car also flew into the air and landed with a crazy crash.
Starting stop going ahead and start EMS. Fortunately, we crashed out here.
An insane pursuit was captured on camera. A pedophile came to meet a 13-year-old. When he arrived, cops swarmed and boxed in his car. He then fled, hitting 2 police cars and leading them on a chase. Later, they found the car parked, but the driver was nowhere in sight.
Oh! Holy sh! Huh? Hey, which way did he go?
Widespread looting has been reported, with Russian perpetrators targeting local shops and residences. The marauders allegedly stole a vast array of items, including major appliances, clothing, and personal belongings. The scope of the looting is extensive, with reports indicating that nearly everything of value was taken.
Воруют абсолютно все. Все, что только можно. Выносят все. Вот. В пакетах, в тележках. Все выносят. Вон. Человек 8.
A daring robbery occurred when bandits on a motorcycle intercepted a Ukrainian citizen's vehicle. The thieves broke the car window, snatching a bag containing 36,000 euros. However, the driver quickly pursued the perpetrators and used his car to him the fleeing bike from behind. A security guard on duty was patrolling the perimeters of a building when this was caught on camera. A shadow was seen to his right, appearing to follow him. One may just dismiss it as his shadow, but how then did it suddenly disappear? CCTV captured a police officer talking to an invisible person. His colleague asked him who he was talking to, and he claimed it was a resident of the neighborhood. What he didn't know was the supposed resident wasn't alive. Upon realizing this, he fled for his life. A night guard on duty suddenly stood up when someone supposedly entered. He bowed in greeting and proceeded to enter the person's details in a log book. The problem is, the camera does not show anyone else apart from him. After discussing with the invisible person, he led them further into the building. A night shift at a haunted hotel turned into a spine-chilling experience for this security guard.
I'm over at the restaurant right now that's connected to our hotel. The door's been wide open, and they said they've seen lights going on and off in here. Zodiac area.
He used a narrow stairway to check out the restaurant when he heard a creepy sound. He checked, but found no one. Then something pulled on his shirt, causing him to almost jump out of his skin as he scurried right back where he came.
Very, very narrow stairs, and I just smashed my head on this pipe. Hello? Oh my God.
In another incident, this night security guard had a once-in-a-lifetime experience. The footage showed him interacting with a person that we can't see. After a while, though, he seemed to realize that he was the only one that could see his friend, and the only thing left to do, he ran. A police officer was called to investigate a disturbance in an apartment building, but little did he know what was in store for him. As the cop stood in front of a door, seeking entrance, it swung open, and a woman in a white bathrobe came out holding a knife. The officer tried to get away from her, but after she slashed at him twice, she fired.
Oh yeah! Back up, back up. Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Hey man, I got nothing to do. Please back up. Oh yeah! Back up! Oh, yeah. Back up! Back up! Five to the one bubble. Single one. Shots fired.
What is your location?
This video was captured by a security guard after a lot of paranormal activities. But the question is, what is this figure? This officer was sitting in his car on a hot afternoon when he saw that last thing you'd expect to see. A man, wielding a sword, came right in front of him. He ignored the officer who asked him to drop the sword, so the officer used the most effective way, a taser.
Hey, drop it! Drop it, sir! Drop it!
A police officer on a patrol filmed this footage, which has left people confused. The video shows a humanoid being hovering in the air on the outskirts of Los Angeles. In this video, the security guards were terrified as something progressively walked towards them.
We went to a back road by the same gate, seen something, and tried to back into a field we seen behind us. And yes, we are chicken shits.
Some say it's a skinwalker approaching them at night, but with the level of clarity from the video, we can't say for sure. The National Police of Peru tried to exorcise a woman who was supposedly possessed by a demon, but she was actually having an epilepsy attack. In July 2020, a police officer was called to look for a suspect in a house. The search was going well until this happened.
What's that?
Get back! Get back! Get back! Help!
The brown door to the right opened, and a crackhead jumped straight at the officer, scaring the daylight out of him. While trying to get away, the officer also fired shots.
Fired! Hey, get in the car! Kill that! Shot fired! Shots fired! Shots fired! I repeat, we have shots fired! Kill them! Kill them! Kill that. Let's go. We have shots fired. We're at 2023 East 81st. We need 911 right now. Kill that. Get in the car and take you to the hospital.
This footage was taken in a hospital in Mexico when a security guard was on his routine patrol. He caught this on camera. A ghostly figure was seen standing in the hallway, but when the camera panned back, the figure was gone. In this captivating footage, we witness a heart-stopping moment that left a security guard paralyzed with fear during his night shift. What unfolds is nothing short of chilling. A black sedan slowly approached with its blinkers flashing, but eerily, there was no one inside. As if that wasn't unsettling enough, the climax of the video reveals a shadowy figure suddenly appearing on the car's roof. What could this mysterious presence be? A Florida woman sparked a dramatic high-speed chase through Miami after officers tried to stop her for a traffic violation. She weaved through traffic at dangerous speeds before abandoning her vehicle near a residential area and jumping into a lake to evade capture.
Hey, we're still southbound as you're approaching 2nd Street. Go behind us. Signal for a vehicle? She's still going southbound. Therefore, you advise she's signal for the vehicle?
Multiple signal 4. She's trapped inside the car.
Authorities quickly surrounded the water, and after a brief standoff, the woman was convinced to return to shore and arrested. She now faces multiple charges, including reckless driving and resisting arrest.
The exit to 25th Street, Miami, start fire. Anybody start fire? Down.
The police executed a traffic stop, but the driver of the white Chevy had no intention of stopping.
While patrolling Interstate 40, the officer noticed a white Chevrolet Cruze with excessively dark windows and initiated a traffic stop. The driver, identified as Davian Richards, fled, leading to a high-speed pursuit, reaching...
Instead, he accelerated, leading the police on a high-stakes chase. The suspect, Richards, drove recklessly, posing a threat to other drivers, but the police finally used a tactical vehicle intervention to bring the long chase to an end. Richards attempted to escape, but was apprehended.
Richards attempted to escape on foot but was quickly apprehended, with assistance from Mayflower police. Richards was arrested and charged with multiple violations.
A white Ford, linked with car theft, was spotted speeding away on a highway. Police joined efforts to apprehend the suspect.
Near mile marker 250, police joined the effort as the driver, McKenya Crystal Thomas, drove at high speeds over 100 miles per hour and made unsafe maneuvers, putting others at risk. When traffic cleared and the speeds dropped to 54 miles per hour, police used a tactical maneuver to safely bring the vehicle to a stop.
The driver drove at a very high speed and performed unsafe maneuvers, but the real maneuver came when the police pitted him as his speed dropped and brought the chase to an end.
McKenya was taken into custody and later confirmed to be connected to the vehicle theft. After a hospital evaluation, she was transported to Madison County Jail.
An SUV driver appeared on the road, driving crazily and creating dangerous situations to other drivers on the road.
Bradley drove at over 100 miles per hour, creating a dangerous situation for other drivers. Once traffic cleared, I performed a tactical vehicle intervention, TVI, causing the vehicle to spin out and stop after hitting concrete barriers.
The police took notice of him and followed after him. He may have noticed the cop car as he accelerated, but the cops were smarter. They performed a tactical pit maneuver, bringing the SUV to a halt.
Bradley was taken into custody without further resistance. He was then taken to the hospital for evaluation. This incident demonstrates the swift and professional actions required to safely resolve high-risk situations.
A security guard who works at a hospital witnessed some really strange things one night. He heard voices and whisperings and decided to film his experience. And this is what happened.
Take a look at this footage and tell me what you think.
Alright guys, I'm at the empty floors. I was hearing some noise coming up right now. It's kind of freaking me out, so I'm gonna be filming a little bit. Seeing some What the What the Alright guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and look over here. Checking the rooms and dude, this shit, honestly, like yeah, this shit.
This video of Elias captures an unsettling moment. While he remained safe on the balcony of the building where he works, the atmosphere seemed calm at first. However, strange whispers and voices could be heard in the open air, barely perceptible, but enough to create a tense ambiance.
¿Qué es eso, Dios? Santo Dios, Dios, no. Dios mío, no.
A man got off the train in his hometown and saw two cops in the parking lot pointing up in the sky. He looked where they were pointing and saw a multicolored lighted object flying away. It's not a plane or a drone. What is it then?
And this thing is stalled right over us. There it is. Can you see it? Oh my God! It's turning around. Look, the colors are turning around. This is some crazy stuff. And look, there's the full moon. So beautiful tonight. Where is it? There's the moon. Okay, then I turn it over, and there's the cop cars, and there's the train station, and there is
Imagine walking past a regular billboard when suddenly an invisible force strikes you. This is what happened to the guard, whose usual route turned into an unsettling experience. An unknown presence disrupted his everyday world in a strange and powerful way.
Un guardia de seguridad hace su rondín rutinario cuando fue atacado por una fuerza desconocida.
The guards' actions weren't random. They showed clear signs of an unseen force at work. This eerie moment made it clear that something beyond understanding had disturbed the calm, leaving a sense of unease in the once familiar surroundings.
Parece que algo lo empuja muy fuerte. Al parecer él ve algo y se asusta pidiendo de inmediato refuerzos. Después de un rato llegaron sus compañeros. ¿Qué crees que le pasó? ¿Sería un fantasma?
This cop almost got a heart attack while trying to investigate a residential building.
415, do you have an open door to the residence?
As he stood, supposedly waiting to see anyone, when a terrifying bark rang in the air. The officer didn't wait to find out. He ran so fast that by the time the dog got out, he was already over the fence.
Negative, we might need a remote control. There's a large dog in the backyard.
On October 4th, 2023, the Wauwatosa Police Department responded to a retail theft in progress at Dick's Sporting Goods in Wauwatosa, Wisconsin. Officers located the suspect's vehicle and initiated a traffic stop, but the driver refused to comply, sparking a high-speed chase.
The officer swiftly responded and located the suspect's vehicle, initiated a traffic stop, but the suspect refused to comply, and a high-speed chase ensued.
The suspect briefly pulled over, prompting officers to call for backup and deploy stop sticks as a precaution. However, the situation escalated when the driver suddenly sped off again. The chase ended dramatically on 84th Street with a crash, after which 3 individuals fled from the vehicle, leaving it running.
.146, we got sticks in front of the vehicle right now.
10-4.
The high-speed pursuit eventually led to a dramatic crash and a chaotic scramble on 84th Street. 3 individuals quickly exited the vehicle, leaving it running.
And foot bail, foot bail, foot bail. 3 occupants.
Bill. I got 1 occupant down on the ground. Looks like a passenger. Took off going.
Officers, aided by a K-9 unit, tracked one suspect hiding behind garbage cans in a nearby neighborhood. The individual was taken into custody and charged with fleeing an officer and shoplifting.
Come on, get your hands up. I see you behind the garbage can. Face away from me. Face away. Face away. Show me your hands. Show me your hands. All right, I got cover. Let's get it.
On March the 26th, 2022, Deputy Witt spotted a white Nissan with red spray-painted trim on Highway 42, matching the description of a stolen vehicle from Sumter County. When the deputy attempted a traffic stop, the driver, identified as James Dale Wells, made a sudden U-turn and sped off. Wells abandoned the car in a Family Dollar parking lot and fled into nearby woods. K9 CPL, Alan Lee, and K9 Bolo tracked him, first finding his discarded shoes, then the stolen vehicle's key fob, and ultimately leading deputies to Wells's hiding spot.
Turn around. All right, this is what you're going to do. You're going to climb back over. Yes, sir. And you're going to lay down and he's going to handcuff you. Yes, sir. Any move at all, yes, sir. You're getting dog bit. You understand? Yes, sir. Go put your shirt off.
Facing K9 Bolo, Wells surrendered and was arrested for grand theft of a motor vehicle and resisting an officer without violence.
On the ground. On the ground.
A brazen carjacking incident was captured on dashcam footage along a Russian highway. Two individuals stood beside the road, stopping an incoming vehicle. The perpetrators appeared to remove an item from the car and fled the scene, prompting the startled drivers to pursue them briefly before departing. A brazen carjacking incident occurred on a Russian road. A group of individuals suddenly appeared and forcibly entered the vehicle. The carjackers sped away, holding the owners hostage inside the car. A violent incident occurred at a wedding celebration involving the Chechen Mafia. Escorts were seen exchanging gunfire, potentially sparked by a dispute amidst the festivities. Witnesses reported hearing shots fired into the air, adding to the chaos and danger of the situation. An altercation occurred between a man wielding a knife and Russian police. The situation escalated, resulting in the man being shot in the leg. The police then quickly subdued the individual to restore order. Los Angeles Police Department officers pursued a motorcyclist believed to be armed and dangerous, wanted in connection with an assault involving a deadly weapon.
Because the suspect has stopped, but he's going to continue on, and the officers go back into their vehicles as the motorcyclist continues northbound shoot. Still trying to control those mirrors, it looks like. I'm going to come in tight real quick here to get a better look. Here comes a red light at Oxnard. He's going to go right-hand turn. On the gas. This is eastbound on Oxnard.
The chase, which traversed multiple neighborhoods, highlighted the suspect's recklessness, but he was eventually caught.
Into that crime scene where there was a standoff earlier. This appears to be the suspect from that standoff, who was held up threatening officers with a gun, and
a London teenager led police on a 30-minute high-speed motorbike chase, reaching speeds of up to 180 miles per hour. The pursuit, which spanned across 4 countries, became extremely dangerous as the rider weaved through traffic and disregarded road safety. Authorities called it one of the most reckless chases they had encountered.
Keep eyes on, please. 96, lane 3 moving now.
All units, he's gone the wrong way on the M1 and he's gone back into the service stations. Commit into the services. He's gone the wrong way into the services.
The teenager was eventually caught after police used roadblocks and aerial units to track the motorbike. This incident has sparked concerns about the impact of social media challenges on reckless behavior and highlighted the need for stricter enforcement to prevent similar incidents in the future.
Scorpion 2 rolling roadblock into the services received.
A Coweta County man sparked a police chase after refusing to pull over for traffic violations. Authorities noted the difficulty of stopping a motorcycle during a pursuit, but deputies managed to catch the suspect after he slid out of control.
That's 43-year-old Marcus Eugene Smith of Noonan on the motorcycle, being chased after they say he refused to pull over for speeding and other traffic violations.
Yeah, so any chase is dangerous for everyone involved, but a motorcycle, for the person on the motorcycle, is a different degree of a danger.
The deputy says the license plate came back to Smith, but it showed that he didn't have a motorcycle license. They say at Noonan Lakes Road, Smith tried to slow down to make the turn, but...
After being apprehended, the man was stunned with a taser and transported to a local hospital. He refused medical treatment and was subsequently taken to Coweta County Jail.
Slid out of control.
1050, not one.
Smith is being charged with reckless driving, fleeing and attempting to elude, failure to stop at a stop sign, and wrong class of license. The video shows that after the wreck, the deputy pulls his weapon, and it looks like Smith is going to comply. But they say he then tries to make a run for it.
Let me see your hands! Let me see your hands! Let me see your hands now! Get on it!
The deputy is seen holstering his firearm, taking out his taser to